If you are anything like me and just don't care what the haters got to say, because hate is going to hate, and you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. Appreciate you hanging out with us and, taking your hump day with us. Hump day. Good God. Did I just take one for that? That stupid commercial. Hump day. The damn camel running around. Mike. I know. Every Wednesday, that's what I got. Mike. You know what day it is? Yeah, I honestly do. But thank you for being here. Rarely do I get jealous. What up, Eddie? Rarely do I get jealous. I got jealous when I found out that Eddie is a licensed pyromaniac, which I think is fantastic. So I got a little bit jealous. But rarely, thanks, Brendan. Appreciate that, bro. But rarely do I get jealous. I don't. I love my life. There's stresses in my life. There's problems in my life. There's times I can't go do things that I want to do in my life, but I love my life. I dig it. I don't look at people and go, oh, wow, great to be them. So cool to be them. Like the guy down the road with the big fifth wheel. And I'm like, oh, he's probably going, oh, I just wish. No, I'm excited for him. I'm like, dude, that's rad. You get to go out and do these things. Then there's the case of Ben Sandal. Sandal, whatever, Sandal. Ben is a professional guide, I believe, for High Point Outfitters up north. I hung out with him on a scouting trip years and years ago with Elk Society. I think Elk Society uses those guys a lot as well. Ben just keeps posting pictures every season of his family, his and his family's trophies that they're tagging out on. And I mean, I could have the same thing if I just become a professional guide and I live in the area and I'm constantly just finding out where the beasts are. But he just posted, because it's archery season, this giant bull that his 12-year-old took with a bow. 12 years old. Took with a bow. The thing's a beast. An absolute beast. And it's just another one. He did, his daughter was the same thing. I think she had a pronghorn. His wife, same thing with a big deer. Like just Dad's taking this out. Dad knows exactly where to go because this is Dad's job. And I got a little jealous. I'm like, my dad, you have failed me. God rest his soul. But I do. I look at these things. I'm like, damn, man. Holy cow. Benny, save some for the rest of us. Save some trophies out there for the rest of us, big cat. And holla at your boy. 6B, November 7th. Come on, holla at your boy. Let me know, Ben. I'm jealous of, but I am. I do. I get a little bit jealous about things like that. I see these giant grip and grins with these beasts, these trophies, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's a lot like my son, who has for his 16th birthday the bison hunt at Blue Rooster. I mean, his 16th birthday picture is him with a bison, a downed bison, and a rifle, and his dad, and it's like, he uses that a lot. Yeah. The Go Show Tour Company, no. Ain't nobody got time for that, brother. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. I know I want to address this because we do not talk politics on this show. But there was a shooting today. And again, we please, on day of, let's just make it a practice that we do as conservationists and sportsmen. As sportsmen. I don't even have my coffee here to take a sip of it. Wish I had an IPA. But as sportsmen and women, just keep your mouth shut for a day or two. Figure out what happened. Go, let the investigation roll. But every time there's a shooting, oh, you are one of those guys. You're a pro Second Amendment guy. Okay, and I'm going to keep my mouth shut until we find out what the hell happened. Yeah. Thanks for the insight on the NA brews. I really enjoy them more than I thought I would. Oh, my man, I see. Hey, I got you. And I got to tell you, let's see. Yesterday I did Brewvesa. That we're gonna post 2 of these a week. I did Brewvesa from Sierra Nevada. It's a perfect boat beer. Damn, it's coming to Mexico with me by the case. And I'm going to try the NA Corona too. Let's throw a lime in there and see how we do. So, but today I'm going to be recording the what was it? Holy cow! Lagunitas NA, the Lagunitas. Because I just think, I think I get a good grip of what's this is going to be. Because if you go to a bar and you look at the craft beer selection, you want to try something local, you try this, and then they have nothing. So you're just like, okay, I'll have the Lagunitas. Lagunitas is always there. Lagunitas is a standby. It's a wonderful standby IPA. It is just, it never lets you down, right? You're not like, oh, this is such a great IPA. You're like, I'm having an IPA and I'm enjoying myself. I'm thinking that's what the NA is going to be in the NA world as well. So I got you, and I'm glad you will be tuning into those. We'll have its own little channel and just do it that way. Okay, guys. So let's get down to it. Let's get down to the biz assness of having an outdoor program. Let's get into it. I have been against this since the very beginning, but there's another advancement with our friends from Colossal Biosciences. For those of you that don't know, Colossal Biosciences are claiming that they're going to bring back the woolly mammoth. They're going to bring back the direwolf, which they actually claim that they already have. But it basically looks like just big huskies. We'll figure out what they look like as they grow. And to bring back the dodo bird, because apparently we need a dodo bird. Apparently, that's what we need to focus our time. Not curing cancer, not curing major disease, famine, hunger. We want to bring back a bird that is synonymous with stupidity. Awesome. I know this is an outdoor program. I'm going to get to the outdoor part of this, but they have taken a major step forward in bringing back the dodo from extinction. The company confirmed they have successfully cultured pigeon primordial germ cells. Primordial, there you go. Primordial germ cells. Good gravy. Multisyllabic words in me, right? This is an early step needed in order to resurrect the bird from beyond the grave. It's a major step forward in the process. They say the only 3 bird species have ever had the PGC culture condition, whatever, also known, and now pigeons. It's very, very hard to do. And we did this in 18 months. So it is a very, very big step. This was a very huge technology unlock for the dodo. We couldn't tell people dodos are going to take 20 years to bring back or 30 years to bring back until we got what we have now discovered. Now that we've got the PGCs, we are confident that in the next 5 to 7 years, you'll see a dodo, but hopefully it'll go faster once we get into the genomic editing. Why? For the love of God, why? Don't we have enough things to figure out than to bring back a bird that nature selected to go away? And again, you go to the the Jurassic Park lines where this isn't some bird that was wiped out by deforestation or urban sprawl. The Earth chose this bird to go bye-bye, and it did, bringing it back. But that's what I want to get to. How do they taste? All right. You're going to get back. Basically, you understand this. We had 0 elk in the state of Arizona. 0. None. Yellowstone said, hey, listen, we'll give you like 30, 36 of those suckers. We're going to bring them out there to Flagstaff area, and you guys go handle it from there. Now we have elk seasons. So much so that my buddy Ben, holla at your boy Ben, his 12-year-old just knocked down a trophy with a bow. We have that many. We have youth seasons. We have so many elk. We have elk just rolling around pacing, just chilling, going through the BK drive-thru looking for a Whopper. So, okay, if we're going to reintroduce a dodo, how quickly are we going to get to a dodo season? That's what I want to know. Woolly mammoth, I want to know how soon we're going to get to a woolly mammoth season. Good Lord, make it sporting. But other than that, why? Does bringing back the dodo, and that's what I want to know, bringing back a dodo bird, besides just a science flex, what does it add to any sort of conservation? Does it have any value in the current circle of life, not the circle of life when it was chosen for extinction by the earth? I've had bird calls. Yeah. What in the world? Sorry for the bad news. What happened to the bad news? Who gave me some bad news? What the hell did I miss? Oh, Dino wasn't real, Chris. All right, yeah. Oh, Dino. Oh, yeah, from the Flintstones. Hell yeah, little dinosaur rolling around. Hell yeah, let's go. I'm down with that. Yes, Dino the Dino. I forgot all about that dude. Queen Bee was watching a TED Talk while we're at the gym this morning. She's looking at TED. Can't you tell? I go to the gym. Yeah, he was working a TED Talk on these robots. And I forget what the hell, Gino, Nino, Dino, whatever the hell they're called. Yeah, I want to actually see what T-Rex thrive. I want to see how a T-Rex did anything with those tiny arms. I really do want to figure that out. But anyway, she's on these robots, these human assistance robots. Like 35 grand. It's the price of a car. I mean, you want a second car, you want a robot. But yeah, so the scary as all hell. Scary as hell. We've seen iRobot, we've seen Terminator. And here we go. It's crap like that. And then colossal biosciences that are bringing back a woolly mammoth like we need it. And robots like we need it because we're just too busy. We can't wash our windows. My windows have dog drool all over them. And I'm like, okay, I'll get to it this weekend. No big deal. I don't think, I need a robot to take care of that for me. Oh. Now that would be funny. Train the T-Rex to do a YMCA dance. But if there's that visual is hilarious. If there's a woolly mammoth that can feed the world, look, we're going to bring a woolly mammoth back from extinction because one woolly mammoth will feed an entire city. Like every grocery store will be full of woolly mammoth steaks. Okay, give me that kind of an argument, right? Put them in places of the world where they can be taken, they can be harvested, and they can feed the world. Hell yeah, let's go. And they find out that woolly mammoth poop is the best fertilizer in the world. Okay, give me reasons why you're bringing an animal back from extinction. Over 90% of all species that have ever walked the earth are extinct. 90. Our time will come. Again, because I've seen Terminator. Elvis and Tupac are still alive. It's okay, dude. Don't worry about it. No, Elvis would have been like 90 some odd years old. He'd have been dead already. He'd have been gone. Tupac, though. Don't get me started on Tupac. They had to hide Tupac. Trust me. Look into videos of Tupac before he became a rap star, and you'll know why they probably are hiding Tupac. Just pulling that. Florida's great. Okay, Alfred, there you go. I was talking about Florida today. Florida's got the viral python and iguana problem, and they've had to open up a season for them. We don't even know the mating habits of a woolly mammoth. We don't know if they breed like rabbits. Who knows? Who the hell knows? We're just assuming. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get. So Colossal Biosciences, thanks. Appreciate you. Now it's time to stop. It's time to stop trying to be a flex on everything, for the love of God. How about this headline? This is absolutely fantastic. California residents now living in terror after attacks from wildlife have landed 2 in the hospital. California residents living in terror after a attack from an animal lands 2 in the hospital. 2 people went to the emergency room after being attacked by this wildlife. Now, here's the deal, though. Okay, going to the emergency room isn't that landed you in the hospital. I hate that crap. That's not no. No, going to the emergency, people go to the emergency room for a lot of things. Didn't land you in the hospital, land you in the emergency room, right? Does that kind of carry different weight? All right, it landed these people. Speaking to ABC7, San Rafael neighbors opened up about these attacks. One person described being attacked by the animal. She had just been strolling through Lucas Valley in the morning when the animal came out of nowhere. Literally came out of nowhere. I love that on traffic accidents, too. That giant semi came out of nowhere. No, it didn't. It clamped onto my leg. She said, hey, the tail was flying ever. I was like, get off me, get off me. I didn't want to touch it. She said the animal clawed at her leg and several substantial injuries. She described the situation as very scary. Her attack was just 1 in 5. 5, I tell you, in Southern California, Southland being terrorized by wildlife and attacks. The authorities believe it's the same animal that hit up all 5 of these people. They put up flyers saying, this is not a joke. They had to put up flyers saying this is not a joke. There's one animal that is on a tear and putting people into the hospital. It's a squirrel. Not kidding. Now the headlines get a little different, right? Listen to this now. California residents live in terror after squirrel attack lands 2 in the hospital. California residents living in fear of the squirrel attack lands 2 in the hospital. 2 people were sent to the emergency room after being attacked by the rodent. This guy's on one. It's like Cocaine Bear, but for could you imagine a squirrel on coke? All over the place. Now he's getting okay. Now that we know it's a squirrel, ready for this? It clamped onto my leg. The tail was flying up everywhere. I was like, "Get off me! Get off me!" I didn't want to touch it," said Joanne Heblack. She said the animal crawled up her leg, causing several small, substantial injuries. Dude, people are the biggest pansies in the world. The day the squirrel went berserk. Mm-hmm. She described the situation as very scary. So literally, the authorities now have to put up a sign all around town saying this is not a joke. People are being attacked by a squirrel. See, meanwhile, resident Isabel Campoy says that her and her niece were attacked by the same squirrel. This is beautiful. Now it's following us until it almost killed me. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, this apparently is a problem with the thing. She was claiming that, oh, look, this is beautiful. Now it's following us. Until it almost killed me, the animal caused several gashes in her arm. Squirrel went from the floor, tried to jump up on her face, she said. Jump from the floor to her face. I tried to protect my face, my arm completely overcome by the squirrel. Finally, it jumped off. And I was full of blood. And I ran to the emergency room. These people are pansy asses. Are you bleeping kidding me? I've seen squirrels go nuts and run on people and stuff, and people do the whole, that kind of thing. Come on. No, that it is. So shockingly, this article is sans pictures. Like, come on. Seriously, okay, I was blowing this. The Queen Bee has a tree. I don't know what it is. I'm sure she'll say here if she's watching along. What type of tree she has that just is that drop these very pretty little yellow flowers and these little tiny leaves, and apparently it's good for the soil. But I was blowing it out because it was getting the whole yard was looking yellow, and so I was there blowing it out this morning. And she has desert landscaping in the front of her house, and for the love of God, everything there wanted to kill me. She had the most pokey things in her front yard. Everything pokes me. And I got, look, it just got a big old gash. See, this is what these people would say, that the squirrel gashed me. Oh. Dude, seriously, could you imagine? I got to find that. I have to find that. I'm going to look up the town in the This Is Not a Joke poster. Squirrel go nuts. Nice. Yes. Yeah. This is just, again, it's cocaine squirrel. Thanks for hanging out. This is the Go Show. Usually now I'll save that stuff for Friday. Okay, here's now we know what our people are up against. We've dealt with Humane Society of the United States in the past, and just so you know, HSUS and PETA are terrorist organizations. They are just as evil as can be. But that does not mean the Humane Society of Phoenix, Humane Society of Chandler, Humane Society of Scottsdale. Those are good organizations. They're not part of HSUS, Humane Society of the United States. A lot of people donate to Humane Society of the United States for one reason only. And that's because they think that the money trickles down to the local. It does not. They have a $150 million annual war chest to eradicate hunting and fishing nationwide. That's HSUS. So anyway, Eddie, you're going to see Squirrels Gone Wild. It's going to be the 2 a.m. infomercial. Squirrels Gone Wild. Yeah. 8 DVD set. And it'll be an OnlyFans. Anyway, so HSUS is evil. HSUS comes into town and they'll do things like they'll try to get legislation onto a ballot. I'm sorry, a ballot measure approved with signatures. They'll pay people to get the signatures they'll pay them by the signature. So a lot of fraud, a lot of crap in there. And us critter groups have to go run these SOBs out of town. So they're back. But this time they are back in a wonderful Florida bear. There's now a Florida bear season. So this is another nod to conservation, a nod to science-based conservation, a nod to let your Department of Conservation, whether it's called Game and Fish, whatever it's called, let them handle populations of animals. Now, the bear population has gotten so high in Florida that they now have to cull 172 from the population of Florida, 172 bears. That's how successful the management has been. And it's a big tip of the hat. It's really cool that they're doing that. Now, get back to this HSUS. 163,000 people applied for the 172 Florida bear tags. And how about this? HSUS were a large amount of those applicants. God, these people are stupid. The anti-hunting group said it poured $185,000 into the actual lottery, which would account for nearly 23% of the total applications alone. Here's why they do that. In case you're scoring at home and not following along with the bouncing ball. They apply for these tags so they can get the tags. They're like, oh, look, I got a tag, and just throw it away. Go to social media and do the whole virtue signaling crap and go, oh, look at me, I got a tag, and rip it up and be like, I support bears. I love bears ever since my teddy bear when I was 3. I've been an advocate for bears. Shouldn't hunt bears, that kind of crap. And this jacks up conservation. It does. But the Department of Conservation laughs at this. They understand. They're like, okay, 20. Now we know that 185,000 divided by the number, how much it costs to get the apply for the tag. Okay, this is how many tags in this lottery have been applied for by people that were that were not going to hunt at all. Because understand that science-based conservation says that we know how we do the surveys and we know how many animals need to be culled from that population to maintain a healthy population. And so, thanks, Michael. Tag you. But that maintain that healthy population. When this kind of thing happens, they're like, oh, well, crap. Now we're going to have to go back to the drawing board when we are here celebrating a new bear season because we're celebrating an amazing story of conservation. We're patting ourselves on the back here because we did a good job. And now slappies like HSUS show up with $185,000 and they buy as many applications as they can. And they get a hell of a lot, but let's just say they got a third of the damn tags. And a third of the tags is 51, I believe. 58. What's 1/3 of 175? 58. Boom. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Woo. My math skills. So 58 of those tags. So now they're thinking, okay, well, we're not going to cull by any stretch what we need to. And by the way, it's 172 tags. Part of that math is knowing that maybe 40% of those tags will actually get a bear. So they understand that. They're like, okay, because people shoot like Mike Russell and they have projectile dysfunction. So they're going to miss, or they're not going to see a bear, or they're going to just, whatever, not go on the hunt, whatever it is. But a certain amount of them won't fill the tags. So that's why they offer 175. Maybe they want to take out 50. But now they're going to have to go back to the drawing board because of idiot organizations like this that believe that we should handle wildlife conservation in this country through heartstrings and through the feels. That sucks. It really does. Florida, great job. Florida Department of Conservation, you did an absolutely amazing job bringing these bear populations back to where we actually need to cull some of the population. Great job. Congratulations. We're going to go on a bear hunt and go on a squirrel hunt to celebrate. I gotta find the town. I know the town. I gotta see if I can find the an image of that poster. This is not a joke. And the pansies that are like, oh, at last I ran to the emergency room. I'd make a phone call. Be like, squirrel scratched me up pretty good. Do I need to get that checked? Or do I just throw some Bactine on it? Do they still make Bactine? Haven't heard that, huh? Maybe some Neosporin and a Band-Aid. God, big pansy. A squirrel sent me to the emergency room. And they're sure it's the same squirrel. Yeah, it's the same squirrel. Yeah, right, Alfred. Yeah, you just put it on the top of you. Just I promise, I pinky swear I'll use this. Please give me one. Yeah, what is it? Rub some dirt on it. That's right. That's the way they should say it. That's the way they should handle all of it. All right, you guys are fantastic. Let's do this again manana. And right here at noon. What do you guys think? You guys want to keep it going? Let's keep it going. Let's do it. Right here at the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we squirrel live in. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.